Well, if you've ever wanted to lace up and skate with the pros, you have a chance to do it. Here's one right here, Kirk McLean in the house. Thanks for coming in today.
You and French is joining us?
You and French, because we're talking about an event called Hockey for the Homeless. And this is a way you can play hockey with some Canuck alumni and help raise money for the homeless in Vancouver.
Let's talk about the cause for stuff.
Ewan is the brainchild of it all. So what is Hockey for the Homeless all about?
It's a one-day hockey tournament held February 20th at UBC. We're all volunteers. The money goes directly into the homeless situation in Vancouver.
Right. So this started in Toronto, it spread to Montreal, and it sort of made its way westward.
That's right. It's migrating across Canada. It's such a popular event, and it's such a worthy cause. So it's been around since '96 in Toronto, and they've raised close to $2 million. And we feel that Vancouver is a needy city, and
for sure.
And we have a great alumni association here with some great support.
You got this sniper over here. Before we talk about the event stuff, you must play in a lot of these. I mean, it must be tough to say no.
Well, it isn't tough to say no, and that's the thing, because this is what our alumni is all about, is to give back to the community and raise funds for whatever charity it may be. And of course, this one, Hockey for the Homeless, is something new here in Vancouver, as Ewan touched on, but gives us a chance now to dig into this problem that is pretty big in Vancouver, as everybody knows.
Ewan, why hockey and why the homeless? How do you bring the two together? What was the idea behind it?
Well, I mean, we're a hockey country. We're mad about hockey, and it's a compassionate event. It's like a hockey fantasy camp, but with a humanitarian sort of cause. Yeah. So you can feel good about going out and skipping a day of work and playing hockey. And
3 games though. Woo.
Yeah.
Now, $300 is the entry fee.
Yes.
And it's a really good deal because you're guaranteed 3 games.
You're guaranteed 3 games. A couple teams will play in the championship, 4 games. You get a Hockey for the Homeless hockey bag, you get a jersey like this, you get lunch, you get dinner with a keynote speaker, but more importantly, you get to hang out with 16
You get to try to score a goal on this guy.
Yeah,
no, I'm scoring the goals now. I haven't played goals since the day I retired.
I was just going to say, that's the one thing that I always notice when I look at you at these events, you like playing out. You haven't put on the pads since you retired.
Yeah, no, I love playing out. It's obviously a different perspective, but playing goal for pretty much all my life since about the age of 6 gives me a chance now to shoot on other goalies and really enjoy it. It's still as a goaltender, even though you're going into alumni hockey or beer league hockey, you still feel the pressure. The puck still hurts. Of course, the joints still hurt when you're flopping around, like trying to save.
Hey, when you look back at this footage, you just talk about cause, you must just look and smile. And obviously, the regret is not winning that Stanley Cup. But how fondly do you look back in the career and you look at these uniforms and you think to yourself, "Geez, I won."
Yeah, well, a little earlier there was one with the old yellow goalie uniform.
Yeah.
Those are kind of yucky, but I didn't think so at the time. I was just obviously extremely happy to be here in Vancouver and living out the dream. And we were lucky enough at that time where our team was able to grow together and get to that point, the '94 playoffs. So unfortunately, we couldn't close the deal.
Great time to be on that team. A nice beard you got going on.
Yeah, what were you saying about the beard? You're not shaving it until when?
I'm going to keep it until the Canucks get on a nice roll. I'm going to reverse psychology. Instead of a playoff beard, I'm going to shave it off.
Very nice. Hey, I got to ask you, I want to put you in the hot seat. This whole Roberto Luongo thing, whether or not he should play in the skills competition, whether or not he should be going to the All-Star game as a goaltender who carried a lot of workload, guy who'd been hurt and all the rest. You're putting yourself in a bit of a precarious position if you go into that skills competition. Would you agree with the way they go at it now?
Yeah, I would agree, but you can say that maybe even in the regular game, because it's, as you know, there's zero defense and there's a lot of throwing the puck around, so the goalie's diving and stretching and what have you. But Roberto's deemed himself 100% healthy. He's come back. He's played 2 games or so, plus with a bunch of practices, and I think it would actually be good for him to play in the game and get it. It's a period. I don't think he's going to really exert himself too much, but yeah, maybe take off the skills competition, because it can get the goalies are really out there as targets, and the skills competition is really for the forwards and the defense.
Hey, getting back to the event, how much do you get a kick out of the guys who come out and play the charity games against you? Because for a lot of guys who watched you, in the Memorial, in that run to '94, and like you were saying, it's like a hockey camp.
True.
Yeah, I mean, what's it like for you to be in the dressing room with these guys and be on the ice because they're having a great time.
It is. It's a great time for us. We have a lot of fun. You know, we tell stories and they tell stories back about where they were and whether it would be 94 or
Do they ever
82
get old?
or
Do
something.
they ever get old?
No, they don't. You know,
And then you just are constantly reminded, I'm sure, of how much a hockey town this is, too.
absolutely. And well, I see it every day. You know, walking the streets or listen to the radio. So it's very, very exciting, and it's very, you know, honored to be part of something like this to give back to the community and a worthy cause.
You've got 16 Canucks involved?
Yeah, 16 Canuck alumni playing. We have some great sponsors as well. Park Lane Homes, Cadbury, and Pepsi have all come on board to help us out with the fundraising.
Right. That's great.
And we're always looking for more.
So it's for more sponsors.
More sponsors,
More hockey
yeah.
players too. So it's Kirk, obviously. Who else is coming out?
We have there's 16 Dave Babbitt,
Dave, what's he gonna play, right?
Cliff Fawning,
I think,
like
some
Gary Volk.
Gary Volk. I think ex NHLers that are on Gary Nyland, I believe. I believe Doug Hallward's actually coming out and play as well.
Okay, who's the guy who can still dangle?
Cliffy is a go-to guy.
I thought Cliffy can still play up until after the lockout.
You know, you probably could in a certain manner. Yeah. Maybe if it was power play or a certain offensive situation.
Before we let you go, watching the footage, you know, some of the guys you stopped. Who's the toughest shooter that you faced in your career?
Toughest shooter. Gosh, that's a good one.
Because we know it's not going to be you or I or anyone else out there.
You know, I always say in practice the toughest ones I ever, Pavel, obviously, even Jim Sandlack would come down to really shoot the puck. But Al McInnes, Brett Hall, Marilyn Lemieux, you can go down the line. I mean, each team probably had one or two.
Who was more talented, Pavel or Alex McGinn?
Oh,
They
what a
put me on the
question.
line.
Well, you got to see
I'm taking the fifth on that one. Two different type of players. Pavel was, you know, very power-like forward, and where Alex was more of a puck possession that could really slow the game down and his vision for finding players as well. But you know, they were both very great hockey players.
Oh, how diplomatic.
Yeah.
Did you call that the hot seat, by the way? Right next to
Yeah, the best part about playing alumni hockey, you don't have to back check, right?
You got it. I'm like this in the red line.
There you go.
$300, and it's taking place February 20th. And how do we find out more about it?
Go to hockeyforthehomeless.com.
And just one more thing, the money raised is going to buy survival kits for the homeless people.
Yeah, survival kits and specific projects within the homeless community. So, like in Montreal, they built showers for a women's shelter, and so it'll be examples like that.
Okay. All the money raised will stay here. That's great.
Yeah, all the money stays in
You
Vancouver.
see, Ewan's the Canadians fan, so he's already got his colors.
Yeah, I don't know about that. How we got him on the set of that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's the jersey that
That's right. Yeah, everyone gets different colored.
Oh, I
jerseys,
see,
yeah,
okay.
so 8
All right.
different colors, but 6 of them will be original.
Okay.
Original colors.
All right. Thanks so much for coming in, guys.
You guys.
You're very welcome.
Pleasure.
Ewan French and Kirk McLean, Hockey for the Homeless.